I don't think it will. I got the time on there, so hopefully we can stay on track. Because I ain't gonna care. The last podcast I did, we went over like an hour, which is straight. Like I just have to split the whole into 2 videos.
Yeah, yeah.
But most people don't be watching 2 videos. I gotta watch y'all second because.
Positive.
Positive. We done started. We done already started. He done ran off on me. Ran off on the plug. Amen. It ain't even that. I got kids watching. You feel me? I'm trying to I'm trying to monetize these things. You feel me? You do a whole lot of excess cussing and Facebook the flag. They won't even pay you for it. It be like that though. But you feel me? I appreciate you. You know, inviting me into your crib. You feel me?
Yes,
like,
sir. Yes, sir.
You got a nice little crib. I ain't gonna ask you how much you pay rent over here.
Exactly.
Oh, you own it.
Well, thank God.
Thank God. I own it. You feel me? This might be the new. Hey, this might be the new podcast spot. You feel me? We might have to pull up over here and shoot over here. Shoot over here. But you feel me? Before we hop in this thing, yeah, man. Y'all make sure y'all go like, subscribe, share, comment. Send this to somebody, man. Wherever y'all watching it, wherever y'all see it, whether it's YouTube, Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels, TikTok Reels. You know I'm on everything. I drop all my information down below, man. Y'all make sure y'all go share with somebody, man.
Absolutely. Show your support.
Show your support. I'm also link my boy. I ain't feel. He ready. I ain't okay. He ready. I'm trying to give him his proper introduction. You feel me? Because I'm all about giving my people their flowers. You feel me? Let's give our guys their flowers before they integrate. You feel me? Why, especially in the black community? Why do we wait until somebody's dead before we give them their prop? My man's on a rise. He's on a come up. You feel me? I met him. What got me starting to follow him for real was his fitness journey. I saw some pictures of how he used to be and how he is now. You can tell he in the gym. I mean, we got the sweater on, you feel me? But you can still tell. And then, you feel me?
Guns out.
Yeah. Even though it's cold outside, we still walking around with the guns out. But you feel me? Like, yeah. But and then I heard this man sing. I heard his music. You feel me? I was like, nah, that can't be the same guy. You feel me? Because he at the time he stayed like around the corner. I was like, man, that ain't him. That's somebody else. That's somebody's record that you playing, man. Yeah, like I heard him. So man, he's really like that. You feel me? And he's on the come up. You feel me? He's young, not as young as me, not as old as some other people, but he's still out here grinding. He's working. He promote his music. He hitting a roll. He doing all he got to do. He's not making excuses. You feel me? Not only is that, he's also a dad. How many kids?
I got 2 kids.
He got 2 kids. You feel me? So, ladies, I don't know if he's single. That's between. I was just saying, I'm gonna drop his socials down below. Now, whether y'all choose to slide in, that's on y'all. If he's taken, then y'all gonna have to deal with him and whoever else. But that ain't on me. That ain't on me. You feel me? But yeah, man. Without further ado, my boy Skeet, Bigskeet, get him, Skeet. You feel me? Yeah, but man, honestly, man, it is a pleasure. I appreciate you, like I said, for letting me come on here for invite me into your crib, you feel me, to shoot this. Usually, I like to give my guests, you know, I got my clothing brand, True Faith. If y'all haven't already seen, go check out the website, truefaithunbreakable.com. Follow me on Instagram, truefaith_unbreakable. Usually, I like to give my guests a shirt, you feel me? I was in a rush, you feel me? We this is actually, we tried to shoot it before, you know, plans got mixed up. You know how we be. Technical difficulties, you know how we be. You feel me? No shame, no nothing, you feel me? Because we in here. We actually tried twice. This is the third time. I was like, look, if this don't happen.
Always get right on the third time.
I was like, look, if this don't happen, that's the time I forgot we don't need to shoot it for real. I ain't gonna lie, we originally set a price, a time for the day, and then I thought you fell asleep. I was like, look, if 5:30, 6 o'clock roll around because I got something else I gotta do. I was like, look, that's just the time we don't need to do it. It's a time. But we here, we gonna have fun with this one, man. We gonna touch on a couple other things. Of course, I'm gonna let him get on here and tell about his story, about his journey, how he got to where he is now. Just some pivot points, some difficulties he might have faced within his journey, as far as music, as far as his being a black man alone. for young black men trying to grow, trying to make it to the next level in this world, especially with being a father. So we're gonna talk a little bit about fatherhood also as well. So without further ado, man, my boy Skeet.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So go ahead, my fault. Go ahead.
No.
Tell us
Hey,
a
listen.
little bit.
First off, man, y'all can check me out at Big Skeet. That's Bigskeet.
Yeah.
1992 1992. So yeah, y'all go check me out, man.
What's your real government?
My real government name, Big Skeet. Nah.
What's your government name in social?
Jonathan.
Ain't no wrong with Jonathan. Johnny boy.
Big Aquarius. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Ain't no wrong.
Now, what was the question?
I didn't ask you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I did. I was like, what's your real name and your social?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Your social.
Oh, my social, yeah, hell no.
I always got it. Maybe we might, I almost got you know. But no, man, just like, walk us through your fitness journey. We're going to start off there. Walk us through your fitness journey. Tell us where you was. I ain't going to drop no pictures. If y'all follow him on his socials, he posts, y'all can go check it out. See what he's done. What motivated you to want to change, to want to take yourself, your health more serious, and then how did you do it? Like, walk us through that.
Well, first it was like the initial year, okay. People who do know my story, like my brother passed away. Out on all streaming platforms, Ft.Bigskeet1992, Big Skeet, my brother's keeper.
Shameless plug. I like it.
Listen,
I like it.
It's hard. Now,
it is. It really is. All his music's hard.
And I'm telling real life stories. It's like this soul. I call it soul music. You know what I'm saying? You can't run from it. Man, he's always be like, man, you know, you getting a little heavy. You getting heavy. Like, you know, I reached 315. I kept telling myself, once I hit 300, I was gonna shake back. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? It started about like 250, went to 250, like 255, you know, on up 67, Next thing I know, I said 315. I look down, I'm like, oh wow, yeah, I gotta get in the gym. So but what happened to that? You know, I really went capping. My brother, he passed away, and then I just kept remembering him saying, you know what I'm saying, bro, you need to, you know what I'm saying, you need to get back right, you know what I'm saying, health as well. So I just, man, that was dedication. That was motivation itself. You know, I did kind of like, you know, lose myself for a minute, but I shook back. You know, that voice in my head. You know, I shook back like, you know, I'm gonna do this for you. You know what I'm saying? So but yeah, like you can go follow story Bigskeet1992, and I paint a very vivid picture. You know, I'm Picasso with that thing. I'm Picasso with that thing. All right. So yeah, for sure.
Okay, so you said you talking about your brother. He's your older brother, right?
Yeah, my older brother.
Y'all relationship was close, or?
Yeah, dog. We was actually like me, my brother. It was 3-bedroom. I had 2 brothers, 1 sister. Okay. All 3 boys lived in the same room. You know, the room wouldn't even half as big. You know what I'm saying? Like it wouldn't, but you know what I'm saying. I ain't saying that I had it like super bad and like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We grew up real close. Yeah. So when that happened, bro, like you know that was talking about devastation at its finest, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Anything, you know what I'm saying, that don't break or make it. You see what I'm saying? So exactly. You know, just trying not to, you know, crash out, let it not break me. Yeah. Let it make me.
Okay. I kind of want to ask, like, not even trying to get too personal. I kind of want to ask, like, how? You don't have to answer it.
Nah. It's straight. It was like I said, like the song said, it was a heroin fentanyl situation. You know what I'm saying? Overdose and all. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Hey, hold on. I'll explain it. Here we go. All right. Bullets ain't got no name. I lost my brother to the streets, had running all through his veins. Yeah. How could you be so dang foolish and do this to our family, man? Yeah. Fuck niggas knew I was clueless, but still they ain't say the same. It'll never be the same, no. Yes, sir.
Never be the same.
We Picasso, yes, sir. Never be the same.
That's crazy, and I mean, only reason I ask that is because I know you feel other people might be going through the exact same thing. Yeah. Other people might have experienced, you know, being on both ends of the spectrum, being in your brother's shoes and being in your shoes. So just seeing somebody who looked like us, who went through that and didn't let that hold them back. 'Cause I feel like we live in a generation where we look for the easiest, the slightest little thing to use as an excuse to not do something. Yeah. Oh, my ankle hurt. I can't go. I can't do this. Yeah. Oh, my stomach is hurt. I can't go through that. But you got guys like us, me with my 3-leg surgery. I had 3 leg surgeries. 3 surgeries on the same leg. You going through something as traumatic as that, you feel me? And not using it as an excuse, but using it as a slingshot to get us, to propel us forward, to keep us going. When times get hard and stuff like that, you think about stuff like that. Like, that's what you're doing it for. That's why you grind so hard. You feel me? Absolutely. So I can respect that because you come from a place of genuine love, genuine hurt, and you can hear it in your songs. You feel me? That's why I wanted to. You feel me? Sit down and get deep with it. Like, what inspired your I don't want to say raunchy, but that grunt. That grunt. Yeah, what inspires you to do that grunt? Because that's not something that you normally see, especially coming from around gas. Everybody want to be a rapper. Everybody want to do the mumble rap and stuff like that. But it's like you travel in your own lane and you stay in your lane, and it's like you're a pioneer in a sense at what you're doing, especially around here in gas. It's just like me with the podcast. Not many people around here doing this. Yeah, for sure. So I know where I come from and what pushes me. So just, especially people out there, when they see you and they see you grinding so hard, they know, of course, when they listening to your songs, they're like, dang, like he just talked about this. Like, I feel him. My brother went through the same thing. My sister went through it. Damn, I'm going through the same thing. Yes, sir. Gotta keep moving. Gotta keep pushing. Let me not do this because this could be affecting somebody else. This could be affecting my little brother, my little sister. Look at it from a different perspective. I'm always big about perspective. We get so caught up looking like this, tunnel vision, that we forget that there's other people in this world. We forget that there's other stuff going on too. But man, I love it. So, how did you get the 315, my dude? I know this is a whole story.
I was doing everything to get there.
Was that your goal?
I was doing a full dash. I got a 350. No, it was 300.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to see. I used to be chunky. Then in high school, I kind of got little, and then after high school, had babies, all that stuff, baby moms. It was going down. It was going down. I'm talking about a whole box of David cake before bed, bro.
Oh no.
Man, listen. The little around Christmas time. Yeah. All right.
Christmas trees.
Yeah, I was running through all them.
My man is playing. Yeah, hey, it be like that, stress. And honestly, all right, I'm glad you said that because I feel like if you would have had somebody to talk to, do you think it would have got so bad?
As being a man in America, you're not really allowed to talk about.
And that's why I wanted to hear.
Without being seen as weak,
soft.
You know what I'm saying? Anybody that know me know that, like, I ain't. I'm not soft or anything like that. But
I forgot to say he's a boxer, so don't run up on him.
I
forgot.
Anybody can be beat, but guess what? I'm coming with it every time. I swear. I'm every time. So, man, like it's just it's pressure, man. People go through stuff. People have thoughts. That's why, like, when I see somebody, like, I know I be talking a good game, but for real, I'm probably one of the most humblest dudes you ever meet. Honestly, like, seriously, like, I can show my back. But at the same time, man, like, people go through stuff, and like I said, what don't break you make you, and you gotta keep going. Everybody has thoughts. I even wrote a song called Suicide about thoughts, and it's on all streaming platforms too. It's another one. Hey, check it out. Round you go. Lately can't get no sleep. I've been grinding. I've been chasing dreams, but it's like my goals got me drowning. If I took my own life, how would the world feel about it? Round you go. Oh. Wish I didn't have to feel this way. Asking God why I gotta feel this way, but I'm praying God everything be okay. Suicide, listen. So we all have thoughts.
Yeah. Hey, I'm what songs they ought to be looking
Big
for.
Ski Suicide.
Yeah.
Bigskeet1992 on all platforms. But yeah, like I write music that you really gonna feel. I really tell my story. I'm trying to get my point across because y'all need to go listen to this. Like I do it for the love more so than anything.
Okay, so you say we as men, especially black men in America, we are raised, bred, beaten to not feel pain, to not talk, to hold that stuff in. Why do you think we have to be that way? Why do you not think that we could be much stronger if we actually got some of this stuff out, was able to decipher through the thoughts that we have and through the feelings that we're having? Like let's say you got somebody that you can actually vent to and they actually give you sound advice about something. If we didn't have that, we act upon feelings and emotions. We make harsh decisions that sometimes come back and bite us in the butt. You feel me? Do you think that if you had somebody there, or if you were able to just understand these feelings and understand certain things and thoughts and stuff, and actually could express them without being ridiculed, without being, you feel me, looked at weak, do you not think we could be better, like as individuals, as men?
Probably you need to talk. You can't always you can always talk to God, but then you can't always talk to God. You see what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? And like you said, it makes you in the eyes of a lot of people to make you look weak. People want to point the finger and laugh at people lesser than and got this going on and make fun of people when you really can be out like trying to help folks. They never know what folks going through. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so on that, do you think that is as men as a whole, or just the black?
It's society.
Okay.
It's society. With anything in society, it's rules. Girls shouldn't be. They say women shouldn't be hoes, but guys can do a million girls. They say, you know what I'm saying, the guy's supposed to be the breadwinner and the girl's supposed to stay at home. All that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it goes with that. Like you don't want to be seen as weak because it's been instilled in our mind that crying is weak. Showing emotion. You can be the big gorilla, but you cry one time and then everybody, man, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna look at you like that, not knowing that you really still,
All right, so all right, so because I don't know, I'm different. I know that I'm different from a lot of people. My mindset is a little different. I would think that would be the stronger person if you got this big dude. Well, I ain't gonna say this big dude, but somebody who's not afraid of being vulnerable, not afraid of the ridicule, not afraid of all this other stuff. I would look at that person as being stronger mentally. Mm-hmm. It's a difference between being physically stronger than somebody and mentally stronger than somebody. Like people like how you went from 300 to like you are now. You feel me? It's easy to change that just by lifting weights, applying pressure. Mm-hmm. But you feel me? Your mind is the strongest muscle that you got, other than your tongue. Right? You feel me? But your mind is the strongest muscle that you got. So I feel like if you can be mentally tough, that's what a lot of people break. You can break your body physically, heal itself, and you back stronger. You feel me? It takes a lot to break your mind and to actually stay controlled. And people out here, like in your song, committing suicide, and I've tangled with suicide like I've talked in my stories before. You feel me? Depressed, very suicidal. I talked about that stuff, like me personally. So people are breaking because they can't control this up here. It's easy to control your physique. It's hard to control your mind. So I would think that somebody that's willing to, you feel me, is strong enough mentally to show their vulnerability is more strong in my opinion. I mean,
for sure.
But I mean, to each his own. Like I know we completely went all love, but which is what I wanted to talk about, which I'm really glad that you actually said that and actually touched on those two things.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it does. It takes a lot mentally for a man to physically and mentally. I guess you probably want the sauce of 50-50. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
100.
It's the society that we live in.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Maybe one day it'll change, maybe one day it'll
yeah. You say you can't control it.
You can't, you know what I'm saying? I can put out that music. Hey, your feelings.
Hey, know what I'm saying? He's not afraid to be vulnerable in his songs and tell his story.
Yeah, I'm going to tell my story at times, for sure.
But
I'm smiling, though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He doesn't let that hold him down. So, I mean, I know what his motivation is, so I don't even have to ask you what keeps you grinding every day. Yeah. Other than your kids, know you want to prove those haters wrong. You want to prove those people that doubted you wrong.
Because they laugh. A lot of people, they laughed at me like when I was outside.
Yeah.
But I was hitting the block.
It was.
Forest River hitting the block. Everybody
hey,
waist trains, everything.
Man, he used to be out there. It was early too. I used to get off at 8 o'clock. He'd be out there like before then, so probably like 6, 7 o'clock. He was out there.
Some 2-3 days. 2-3 days. Like
get out there.
So I'm trying to because I knew I was like, man, once I get, it ain't no going back. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no going back. So then it was like it's like the city was hating on me. So that day, I wrote a song called No City Love. Yeah. And even chasing dreams with the music, No City Love. Yeah. Dope song. I tell my story in all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm a really good artist, you know what I'm saying? I believe in myself and in my music. I believe in you. But I'm like, man, I need the city support. So I can go here, and everybody like, they messing with the music, they showing love, posting. But mom, see, I can't get no love, you know what I'm saying? I want to see the city eat, bro. It's a lot of talent in Gadsden. There's a lot of talent here.
That's why I be saying. I said that in one of my videos.
There's so much talent here, and I'm just like, we all just.
It's like we got that crab in the barrel mindset. They see
I can't let him know.
Yeah, they see one of us reach the top. Oh, no.
Man, I'm trying to be the crab to reach back and, hey.
Let's
come
go.
on, guys, here's the way.
Like,
Call it packing away. Nah, I ain't trying to pay. I'm just trying to, I want to see everybody eat. So, and it's a lot of talent out here. And I like, people mean well, you don't even know. And for what? Like, I ain't trying to start no beef with nobody.
You hating on us because instead of choosing, we all got 24 hours in a day. Yeah. How you choose to manage your time versus how somebody else choose is solely on you. You feel me? Yeah. Like, you can't get mad at the next person because he chooses to work an extra hour as opposed to drink or as opposed to sleep or as opposed to do something that is not productive to where he's trying to go. You say you got goals. We all got the same amount of time to accomplish those goals, man. Do what you got to do. My last podcast, I had my son with me. I literally had to take him with me because I didn't have nowhere else to take him. And he was agitated and was ready to go, but you got to do what you got to do. It's, 6 o'clock? My boys LSU on. Hey, shout out to LSU. You already know we beating no miss right now. I could be watching them, but I'm not. You feel me? I'm not putting that above work or anything like that because it's not like I'm playing. It's not like I'm getting paid for that. So I'm like, look, man, you gotta have that balance. Like you said, you gotta decide on what's more important. You feel me? So I know we touched on a lot in the first 20 minutes. That's actually pretty good. I didn't think we was gonna start out that good.
It's smooth sailing from here on out.
It really is. But okay, so how did you get from into music? Like, what has that always been there? Have you always had a passion for music? I know, of course, you do fitness. I know, of course, you also do boxing. So where did music come into play?
Music came into play at a very young age, bro. Like that I've always loved music. I've always been a big music head, but like I used to like literature, poetry. Okay. I've always liked that. I ain't care about nothing else, math, none of that, whatever. But that was my thing. Yeah, for sure. I like making stuff sound good. I like telling stories, bro. I love telling stories. I love being smooth with the mouth. So I'm just saying. Yeah. So I was just So man, and then I had a full paid scholarship for choir. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Gadsden State, I was straight. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed with a decent voice. Yeah. And able to paint that picture like Picasso. So that's what I'm gonna do in the songs. And all y'all gotta do is listen. Big Skeet, type in.
Don't take nothing to support, bro. Yeah. Just a like, click, share.
But yeah, and then like as far as dropping so I was in choir and all that stuff. But as far as dropping my own stuff, my brother passed away. That's when I dropped my first. I had dropped a song before that, Been on Top. But then you know what I'm saying? When he passed away, he had heard Been on Top, and I dropped my brother's Keeper, and that was a song for him. And I was like, bro, I gotta live out these dreams, cause bro, you know what I'm saying? Like I always told him, bro, I'm riding a vet. Yeah. I'm on a C6 Corvette. I said, you gonna see I'm gonna be swollen in the C6 Corvette. When he make fun of me, he's like, man, you gotta get on this shit. You gotta do this stuff. I said, I'm in a C6 Corvette, swole with the knots out. Man, so what I said in the song, now I'm riding in the vet, C6 to be exact, orange and black, 20% be the 10 diamonds dancing my fingers, my wrist. Yeah. So
honestly, that's one thing I do like about his music. Like he's real and what he say. I'm all about truth. I'm all about being real. Like it's so easy to paint a picture of something that you can come off your mind, but for to actually talk about something or to actually write about something or express something that you've actually gone through or been through, it's different. Like everybody's coming up off of lies. Everybody's coming up. It's so easy. Social media is a big lie. If I'm just being completely honest, like like people, I can literally get on here and talk to y'all and say, "Oh, I'm a gangster. I ride around with this, that, and that." When I'm really not like that. You feel me? I'm really not like that. Why would I flex like I am? But people like it's so easy to get in front of a camera and pretend to be somebody that you're not because you don't have to face that reality every day. And that's why I have to shut down from social media from time to time and get out there and do stuff.
He says,
I'm real. I gotta be real.
You gotta take a break from the fake.
So yeah. No. I gotta shut that down. You feel me? When I start seeing all this other stuff, like I'm not about to be that type of person to get on here and pretend like put up a whole makeup or put up a whole facade. Like what you see is who I am. If you meet me out in the streets, I'm gonna be exactly me. I'm me. Yeah. So every time. So that's what I like about his music as well. It's something to vibe to. It's something to ride to as well. All right. So how do you go about promoting it, or like where did you learn how to do this stuff? Because I mean, clearly, of course, you did choir, but as far as putting out your own stuff, you don't have. Did you have a mentor? Did you have YouTube videos? Like, what did you do to learn to be like, all right, this is what I need to do. This is what I need to get. This is how I need to get better. Like, do you have a coach?
Well, first time it was first time I said something with my bro Pitt, you know what I'm saying, Big Dog Pitt, we did been on top. He was like, man, that's hard, bro. So yeah. I said, man, that is hard. We like, you know, we hard. We follow each other. His music fire. Pitt, man, y'all go check him out too. Yeah, he hard, man. The real PIT, and yeah, he hard. So he was like, man, you need to get your BMI and get your social media stuff. He's like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Cause and I so been on top, dope. Yeah, man, you been on top on the workout, boy. We tight. Girls get the girls. Hey, listen, we going down enough.
One of the old school.
Like, oh yeah,
straight curls.
Exactly, and I so yeah, like he was like, man, you know what I'm saying, get on it. So we still, it's nothing wrong. It's still a work in progress, but you know what I'm saying, we moving for sure. So yeah, just grinding.
Okay, so it's just really like self-taught.
Yeah,
no excuse. No excuse.
With and you know what I'm saying, word of mouth. Like I said, from Pitt, like he put me on with that.
So yeah, man, that's no excuse, man. If y'all got something that y'all want to do, or say you got goals or want to strive or achieve something, do it. Don't make excuses, because you will continue to make excuses and continue to push it off. And that's something I have to be hard on myself about. Like, especially that's why I was like, look, bro, I'm here to go ahead and shoot this podcast. If I don't, it'll be another 2 weeks before I actually put out one. Another 3 weeks before, and I'm like, look, I gotta be consistent. I always say I'm consistently inconsistent. Yeah, I'm good at that. So I have to be consistent, and just like I'm pretty sure with your music, you have to consistently promote it. Yeah. Especially if you want to reach those levels or reach those goals that you want to. So I know you just got back from a competition. I know you said it didn't really go how you wanted it to be. Yeah, sure. How do you go about preparing for these competitions? And for anybody that's also out there that might want to start getting into them, how do you go about finding them, getting in, preparing? Like, what is that experience like?
Bro, like as far as like these competitions and open mic night, bro, like, you know what I'm saying, you gotta, of course you gotta pay a fee to get them and stuff like that. And then basically what I do is, like, I feel like I got real talent, so I don't mind showcasing my voice or going places and showing off my voice and my stage presence and performance, because I feel like I'm pretty decent at it. So I just go and give it my all every time. I've won some, I've lost some. You see what I'm saying? But I keep going back, perfecting my craft. I go to karaoke's, and if I see even like one time, like I was at this one bar, and bro, it was so many white people there. It was so many white people there. Yeah. And I love white people. I got 2 mixed children, by the way, but biracial.
He loves me, man.
And was so many. It was like the white people. You know what I'm saying? Like they cowboy hat, boots all out, and I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? So I come in there. Everybody kind of give me a look. I'm like, what's up? And then a lady, she comes and she's like, I just want to let you know those boys over there, they talking about something about you, like, and I don't even know none of these people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess because I look a little different, but
so I'm like,
yeah, a little bit. I'm like, and I'm out of my element right now. You see what I'm saying? I'm tank top. I'm out of tank top.
I'm a gorilla.
They got cowboy hats and cows parked in the parking lot. So I'm like,
can't steal the
cow. So man, I come in there, and then so instead of like trying to be, you know what I'm saying, I'm like, I actually go up to the guys and I'm like, hey man, how y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? And I always, let me see. Usually I always try to.
He said he keep the back.
Yeah, something around. Okay, see, I always keep, well, not even that thing, but like my card, you know what I'm saying? So I get my business card and I'm like, hey, my name Bgskeet, man. They were like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, you know what I'm saying? I was like, well, I was just wondering, like, what kind of music y'all like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm about to get up here and do karaoke. And what kind of music? He's like, he looked at his little homeboys. He like, well, yeah, well, I'm pretty sure we don't listen to the same type of music. So I'm like, wow, you know what I'm saying? So, but it's okay. Because what I said, I was smooth with the mouth. So I'm like, all right. I'm like, well, oh man. Well, what type? What you mean? Like I said because I was, you know what I'm saying? Luke Home, like, you know what I'm saying? You know what's some Tennessee whiskey? Tennessee whiskey.
Yeah. You
don't know how to do no damn Tennessee whiskey. No, man, listen. So I come up there and I'm like, I tell you what. All I ask you guys, I go up here and kill Tennessee whiskey right now.
Yeah.
I want to follow. Each one of y'all follow me, like, like group 16 group.
Right.
And then he was like, he looked at him. All right. Man, I go up there. Yeah. I do my thing. Ft.Bigskeet1992, man. Y'all go check out my social platforms. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I come in there. Used to spend my nights out in a ballroom. Liquor was the only love I know. Man, what? Yeah. So everybody like, oh shit! Hey, who it is? But you rescued me from reaching for the bottle. Hey, and brought me back. Be here to walk home. Man, what? So they went crazy. Yeah. They're like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? So, and then like, so that's just gonna say, even if they don't like my music, I can relate to them, and then they can kind of gravitate towards me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't come off that, I could have been on the same type of energy, like, you know what I'm saying? But, I didn't go to jail. Yeah. I got 6 to 8 new followers. You know what I'm saying? It was a good night. And they were taking pictures of me on, you know what I'm saying? Hey, so it was pretty dope, though,
I said, I like that because most people would look at that and you took the challenge head on, you feel me? You danced with transition and you made a swift goodbye.
Absolutely.
You feel me? Like,
flip the script.
Yeah, like real talk, like, and that's the hustler mindset, not in a negative way, but you welcome the challenge. They challenged you, you feel me? You were able to not only perform and do what you do best, you feel me, but you, like you said, you gained 6 to 8 new followers, and that's word of mouth because you put it out there.
Yes, sir.
Like, you got out your element, and you could have made an excuse and ran out of there because you didn't look like that, but you didn't let that stop you.
No, I gotta handle business.
Yeah, so all my young people out there, old people too, like,
violence is not always the answer.
Not only that,
and you talking to a person who really like
he like to fuck.
I get the like I I don't really back down, but like but now you gotta be smart, so I just
tight. But like you feel me, he went and did his thing, and that's all that matters. Most people be like, oh, that's just 6 to 8. Like, you gotta start somewhere. It's every little bit adds up because they might show that to somebody else. They might be like, dude, boom, boom, boom. And now those 6 to 8 they'll turn into 12 to 15, 32 to 80, 100 to 3,000. You never know what or who you might encounter or who you might see. You just gotta always be ready. You feel me? Stay ready. I always say you gotta stay ready so you don't have to stay prepared so you don't have to get prepared. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so from there, as far as like you got any albums out, like how do you go about making
I've actually, that's what I'm in the process right now. Is working on my first album. Okay. So I just had singles so far, just singles. Yep. I got my next single actually was gonna release it this October. It's a marriage proposal song. It's called Good Morning Love, but it's either gonna be. I'm thinking it's gonna be somewhere in November. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and release it in November.
You need to go ahead and release it, man. Y'all go blow this man up. Y'all spam the comments and so this man can drop that jump tomorrow.
Listen,
whenever I post this, he dropped it the day after I posted it. It's hard.
Yeah,
I
let him. Yeah, he got the sneak peek. It's really he got the full version sneak peek, but it's hard. It's a marriage proposal song because we really ain't doing that 2022. So trying to bring back positivity and vibes, good vibes. You know what I'm saying? Instead of listening to all this bang bang pow pow. You feel me? It's not always about it. It ain't. It's about love. It's about love, showing love. So that's what Good Morning Love is about. And but it's a new modern. It's got that and it's got the grunt. It do. Now would you lie with me till morning? Maybe bring me breakfast to my bed. Then could you hold me to the evening? You lay your head upon my chair, yeah. And now I finally see, you know, he belongs to me. He has. Let's get ready to wrap this up, man, because we almost hit that 40-minute mark. That was quick, bro. That was a good little podcast, man. Y'all let me know if we need to bring Ft.Bigskeet 1992. Yes, sir.
1992 back on, man. Y'all let me know what y'all liked about this video. Drop me comments down below if y'all got any, man, and we'll definitely get back on here and get it rolling, get it popping. But before we go, I don't know, man. So what's next? I know you said you're working on an album.
Next is Miami. Next we go to Miami because I want Atlanta coast to coast. Okay. And it's for the 50,000 in the record deal. So I'm just, you know what I'm saying, going to network. And like I said, this is like I'm y'all witnessing what y'all witnessing. So whoever follows, whatever y'all witnessing, what you're witnessing. So I want y'all to be there with me if anything ever does go. How really want it to go.
Hey, so y'all seen it here first. You feel me on Ricky's podcast. When he blow up, and I dropped this video.
I told you so.
When I put it back out there, like, look, he was on my podcast first. You feel me? Stop playing with me.
Yes, he was on there. Yes, sir. What's up?
You say you are trying to get a record deal.
I mean, the deal's right. You know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to chase the bag, though. I'm trying to chase the bag. I'm trying to chase the bag. Lady can't get no sleep up and grind.
It be like that.
So
what if they try to do some weird stuff? Like try to make you do some weird stuff.
Like what you mean?
like
sing this whole
in the nail, like you know how the letter rappers is.
I'm a man of God.
What if they try to do that booty play on you?
Nah, I'm a man of God.
They gonna be like, let's go to this boy. They gonna try something in your drink. You feel me?
Hey, I ain't know.
Hey, y'all go to these open bars, man. Y'all watch what they do, because they do be dropping stuff in your drink. They try to get y'all woozy and do that booty play to you. Record you and do that.
I don't mind it. I just don't get down like that. I don't mind. I don't mind, what I'm saying, whoever doing it, whatever they doing. But me, as far as me in my house, then I like, I don't care, whatever. But me personally, that ain't my down. I ain't never had a thought like that. So I'm not,
oh no, I told you I gotta come here in the music industry, so you feel me? They be hipping me.
Yeah, I mean I love all people. As for me, dude.
Yeah, I can respect that. No, I might cut that out. Yeah, just to pay it off.
He said.
But nah, for real though. All right, but now let's end on this one. You do say that you are a father. You feel me? So how's that like being a dad to two while also trying to grow your business, while also trying to be out here traveling, while also trying to work?
Well, honestly, like, my kids, like, up until like, I don't know, like 2 years ago, my kid, you know what I'm saying? I was a full time father, but then my baby my mother, my children, whatever, like, it was a situation where she just up and left and like took the, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like a whole, just like, whoa.
Yeah.
And I explained it in my song, Big Skeet, the way it is.
He put it all.
So all fathers out there, and you feel like your baby mama done you grimy, or you done, you know, anything with the kids, you just hurt, you wanna get him, like I'm coming out there, man. So like, it's called Big Skeet the way it is. I'm telling real life stories. So listen to my music. I'm telling you, you're gonna understand it. You'll get it. I paint a very good picture, like for sure. So yeah, but like so I get them on holidays, Christmas, and everything now for like the past 2 years. Like I get them on some holidays. So and it's been I can say it's been helpful as far as career wise because I have you know, more time to make more music. I have more time to do other things and try to make money and try to make them have a comfortable life after I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? So while and after. So for sure. So I just, you know, I just took that pain and took that pain and put it in the past, turned it to passion. So and I write it, I put it in all my rhymes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not just a rapper. I'm a singer. Sing rapper.
He's an artist.
Artist, man. Artist. I'm an artist. I'm a definitely artist. I feel like I'm an artist. This is timeless music. Y'all gonna be listening to. Yes, for sure.
All right, man. So before we hop off this thing, you got a song or something that you want to play? Play it real quick. A little snippet or something.
Oh, that's hard, man. I appreciate that.
No problem, bro.
Okay, let's see then.
He got a bunch on to choose from. So, hey, what's your top? I'll let you do two.
My favorite song?
Yeah, what's your favorite song?
My favorite song by a lot of people like my brother's keeper.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't know if I want to play Suicide though. Like Suicide is about what you think. You don't think?
I mean, what y'all think? Y'all want to hear it? Yeah, I gotta go check it out on his stream.
Let's see.
Yeah, play it.
Let's.
We might not get flagged from YouTube for it.
Well,
no, you should be good.
Packs are in your ears, boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kids, what up?
Get up, street. Round and round it goes. Lately can't get no sleep. I've been grinding. I've been chasing dreams, but it's like my goals got me drowning. If I took my own life, how would the world feel about it? Round and round it goes. Lately can't get no sleep. I've been grinding. I've been chasing dreams, but it's like my goals got me drowning. If I took my own life, how would my folks feel about it? Round and round it goes. Do they even really care about you? Love you when they do, that's why they stick around. It's safe to say I'm better out of life without. Round and around it goes. Yeah. Wish I didn't have to feel this way. Asking God why I gotta feel this way, but I'm praying God everything be okay. I'm praying God everything be okay. And I'm begging Lord everything be okay. All these goddamn voices all in my head, constantly screaming, singing my shit like I got dread. Yeah, I've been on the top for a while, but now I'm scared. I don't wanna lose it all, but losing it all don't seem that bad. They said, please, don't do this, bro. Why you thinking so foolish? This mom you had you so clueless. It ain't no need to go through this. Got all this pain in my heart, this deep scars and the scars. Big dog on white in the wall. Say that boy brave, he got hard. Never really been afraid of the dark, but his knees getting weak. Wait on the having no chance that he should rest in peace. Got a son in the dark, this won't crush me dreams. That's why I pray, Lord, every night before I sleep. Round and round it goes. Can't get no sleep. I've been grinding. I've been chasing dreams like my goals got me drowning. If I took my own life, how would the world feel about it? Round and around it goes. Lately can't get no sleep. I've been grinding. I've been chasing dreams, but it's like my
Pause got me drowning. If I took my own life, how would my folks feel about who they? As thou lay me down to sleep, I pray the Lord my soul to keep. And if I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. Amen.
Woo! That's that power.
That's hard.
Yeah, it's just out.
Which I can definitely relate to that.
It's about. I'm not telling you, know what I'm saying. But like y'all have to keep smiling, keep going, keep pushing always.
Got to. That's the only way. Keep moving forward. Set that in my last video.
Yes, sir.
Keep moving forward.
Always.
You're gonna face stuff. The key thing is, are you gonna let it get you down? Can't do it. Can't do it.
Got to.
But yeah, man, that's a wrap for this one. I appreciate you, my boy.
Much love, bro, for sure.
I enjoyed this one. I really did. I'm gonna be honest. This was fun. But like I said, man, you have to check out Ft.Bigskeet1992. I'm gonna drop all his stuff down below in the description. Y'all already know I drop all my social medias down below. Check me out on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Don't do Snapchat. I'm sorry. That's you feel me? But everything else I post. Try to be consistent with it. And man, I don't know when I'm gonna drop this one. Just depends on the editing aspect of it. But it's gonna be soon. It's gonna be in November because this month is almost over.
Yes, sir.
So I don't like saying the date because then I feel pressure.
Yeah, no. Hey, look. Take your time. Take your time.
But we're gonna definitely pop it off. Y'all let me know if I should bring him back on for another one, man. I don't care if y'all say no or not. I'm gonna definitely have to bring him back on. We can talk about everything we wanted to in this one, so I just like the vibes, like you said, man. But yeah, man, that's it for this one, man. It's your boy Deuce. It's your boy Big Skeet. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We'll see y'all in the next one, man. Peace.